Pray, but we pray pretty often. Don't worry. But my first question of the night is more of a, let's just go into it. So, to be trusted is a greater compliment than being loved. Agree?
Yes.
Or disagree? No, don't say yes or no, just agree. Just
agree.
We're gonna go around and either you agree or disagree. Let's go this way.
To be trusted.
So the question is, to be trusted is a greater compliment than being loved. Agree or disagree?
Catching your heart.
I think it's a very personal.
Disagree? Okay. Michael.
Agree.
Agree? Okay.
Cool.
To trust is to be better. To be trusted is better than being loved. I agree with you. That trust you can't have love.
It's your one. Disagree? So to be trusted is a greater compliment than to be loved. Than being loved. Disagree?
Disagree? Yes?
I agree.
Agree.
I'll agree for now.
And agree?
Disagree.
I'd say disagree.
Agree.
Agree.
Okay. To be trusted is a better compliment.
Than being loved.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree. So we're, now I want to know why. Why? Wait. Well, we're gonna have a lot of order in this. Okay. So
Structure, order, protocol.
structure and order is important. So don't just blurt out your answers. You will be called upon. Okay. So now, based off what you just answered, I want to understand why you feel that way. So, and we can go around as many. Yes.
Okay. So this is why I disagree. Because it says that love is trust. That's already included in there. If I just get trust alone, I'm not getting love as a bundle. So I'd rather have love.
But I want a bundle.
Here's the thing.
Come on, Dad.
I want
The
the
thing
discount.
is, but see, the thing is, it didn't say that you're not being loved. The question is just to be trusted is a greater compliment than being loved.
I think
It's
to
not
be
saying that
loved-
you're not being loved.
Okay, let me to be loved is a greater compliment because it involves so many things. But you just said to be trusted, not to be trusted and loved. So if we're being technical, I'm gonna
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Are we going in our circle again, or are we just
No,
doing
however,
popcorn?
you raise your hand.
Yeah, so I said it depends because like if it's like family and friends and like I mean what are they supposed to be? Love, I feel like love is like what I want from them. But if it's like talking to clinic and it's patience, I'm patient with you then I want you to trust me. I don't care if you love me. Yeah, that's it kind of depends.
What you giving up on? Like that. Like that. Amanda.
So I said I agree because like there's a lot of people that we can love or adore, but that doesn't mean I trust you with my life. Like you can be really, really awesome and really sweet and like be just super influential, but that doesn't mean I trust you. You know.
Very true.
And so I think that's where my mindset is. That's all I got to say.
Bridget.
I think referring to the question of is trust is a greater compliment, yes, because I agree because it just talks it's like a reliability and comfort knowing going to someone like figuring like love support doesn't mean that people are devoted to you.
Any other anybody else?
I just think like trust is love.
I love conversations like this because there's people that agree and disagree, but yet we're still able to have this healthy dynamic in these conversations, right? Now we're gonna go back to this, but I got some other questions. I have follow-up questions for that, but let me ask some other questions. Are there any animals that you don't trust?
Yes.
Why don't you trust them? Well, hands. It is the end. All right, let's go.
Snake, bro.
A snake. Why don't you trust a snake?
Snake's a snake, man.
Yes, it's a snake.
It'll always be a snake, whether it's skin or not.
I don't trust any animal.
You don't trust the what?
Cats? No cats?
Cat?
I definitely don't trust the cat.
Cat doesn't eat you if you die. Like,
That's true.
I don't trust no animal. Animal instinct is survival.
Yeah.
In general, they don't really have that comprehension. Like, their instinct is survival even over you.
Yeah.
You know, if you protect them, once that protection kind of like depends on how they jump the field. If you still turn up, nothing.
Amy,
I don't trust my own dog.
you don't trust your own dog?
I just told my dog.
She's like a miniature pincher Chihuahua mutt, and she is vicious. And she always finds a way to get outside of the house and try to bark at people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she barked at me before.
Tripping.
She's always tripping.
She barked at me
There's not
before.
a day where she's not trying to antagonize my neighborhood.
Wow.
Always.
That's crazy.
It's her motive.
Dang, shit, bully.
Make the presence known.
All right. What? John. So what animal don't you trust?
Whoa.
They gonna let you in.
I never know.
Surprise you.
I think you gotta like raise it from like a very little young age. Like you have to like raise it from baby, you know? Because I've seen there's a woman that has a panther, a pet panther. That she raised from like it was like a little cub. So. Oh yeah, so Rick and Morty, they got shot. Alright, Michael, you had your hand up. What animal you trust? Oh, don't trust. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Man, okay.
I don't
Vincent.
trust poison animals.
Poison, okay.
You
Like
can die.
spiders.
You can die.
Okay. Okay. Now my next question. Now look, the next question. Don't come at me. Okay. Do not shoot the messenger.
Oh, Lord.
I am just a vessel. Okay. I'm a facilitator. Remember that. I am not here. I am AI.
Oh my gosh.
So,
AI.
is it easier for you to trust men or women? Why do you think that is? No, yeah, this is comment. Guys, you're way too fast. I don't want to call you yet. I'm scared. Right, okay.
The guy upstairs.
What is it?
Good answer, Vincent.
Okay, alright.
They both have flaws. They're both humans. Like, sometimes in order for people to they think to protect themselves, they have to lie. So,
What question is it easier to trust men or women? Like, who do you trust more? Okay, men or
Who do you trust more, woman or men? Was the question.
Wow, that's good. I like that.
You have to
What
read
about
it.
Vince?
I trust man because the guy upstairs. God.
Trust God?
Yeah.
More? Okay, alright. Amy?
I trust men more because they're not like me.
What?
She said I trust.
Alright.
She said I trust men more because they're not like me. Bridget.
I feel like I trust women more because naturally they have a mothering instinct and they're naturally
More
nurturers.
compassionate?
and compassionate, but also men are okay. In general, like in the world context, men are predators. In the sense of like not predators, but like like in the sense that they're like not in that sense, but like in the sense that like they're when they go after like when they want something and they're gonna go after it no matter what's in their way. They're not gonna stop. They're like they're attackers and that nature.
They're go-getters.
Exactly.
They're go-getters.
Exactly hunters. I guess you could say in the
Okay.
whether that's good or bad is up to the person. But
She said, so synopsis is basically, she trusts women more because men are basically like there's nothing that can stop a man from getting what he wants.
I didn't know what I'm
I do it right now. Brandon.
I take this time to say I believe them.
Yeah.
No, what just
Smart brother. Wisdom.
I would just say neither in the sense of that for me when it comes to men and women, Mr. AI, but putting it in gaming senses, those like same amount of stat points, different builds, same potential for hero.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Anyone else? Michael? Okay. Relatability. That's good. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next question. How do you interact differently with people you trust and people you don't believe in? Quiet, guys. Wait.
Your dog speaks my language.
All right.
I think when there's someone you really trust, you're more vulnerable with them. You're able to let them really even speak whatever's on your mind.
Yeah.
But if you don't trust someone, you're very selective of what you share and how much you give.
Very good. Brandon.
I'd say one of the biggest differences would be the amount of time I'm willing to give in between the two. Like, someone you trust, you're definitely willing to make the time. They're like, we can't do this. How about this time? That time, bro. Let's get any time. The person you don't trust is like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. All right, I'll keep going.
Shannon.
Yeah, I think along the lines of what Diz answered, of just like with people I trust, I'm definitely a lot more like out of my shell. With people I don't really trust, I tend to like hold back a lot more and like don't really show like my true thoughts of what I'm actually feeling. And so,
Okay. Amy.
You said people that you believe in, like the difference. What is the
So
difference?
the question is, how do you interact differently with people you trust and people you don't believe in?
We don't believe it. Oh.
What does that mean, really? I mean, like, it's hard to think.
So-
Like people you trust and you don't trust.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what.
Yeah.
How do I react?
How do you interact?
How do I interact?
Yeah, differently. Between the two.
I think for me, with somebody that I don't trust, I'm more liberal, generally more liberal. But with somebody that I trust, I think I don't know.
It's a good question.
I think that's my answer. I'm honest with both individuals. I don't know.
I feel like with someone I don't trust, I am more inclined to just like kind of interact with them still, but keep to myself. And like just keep like information to myself. I can share with you and I can still be vulnerable sometimes, but I'm not spilling my whole guts out like what's been in there,
Yeah.
Someone I don't believe in though is different because I can trust you, but like if I don't, I don't know. I feel like that's a different question because it's like someone you don't trust, someone you don't believe in, someone you don't believe in. You still can trust that person, sure. But if you don't believe in them, you're just not relying on that person. Like, you know, whatsoever. So you can still trust them with the information. You're just not gonna rely on them
Very
to do
true.
anything.
Okay. All good answers. Tony, I'll tell you.
I think
Yeah. Very true. Okay.
Oh, nothing.
Here's a question, guys.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
What is it?
All right. It's the same. What would the world be like if nobody trusted one another?
Nobody trust you?
Yeah, everyone would be.
It wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
It'd be like animals.
Always. And on, right? Okay.
Literally, no, I totally agree with what Johnny shared. Like, if there's, you can't trust anybody but yourself. Like, that's a scary place to be.
Scary.
Like, I literally, it's only because I just watched it, but I just watched The Purge.
Oh
And
God.
so, like, that's what I think of is like you're in a chaotic place where it's like you don't know who's gonna be your friend and who's gonna be your enemy, who's gonna try and kill you. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's a very unsafe place to be. Like,
Yeah.
it would just cause a lot more violence than necessary. You know?
I think the world would just end because nothing would be done from that lack of trust.
Yeah.
Like, even with Amanda's thing on The Purge, there's still a bit of trust in The Purge, the fact that it's just one thing. I
Yeah.
think of like even the most smallest things, like you wouldn't trust the people at the food court to cook your food for you.
Right.
You wouldn't trust your boss to pay you on time. You wouldn't trust the other people on the road to make sure that they're driving straight. You'd probably be too scared to do anything and probably just isolate or go crazy and then die. That's what
It's gonna be war all the time. Just all out war.
Oh, it'd be over.
24/7. War on the
We all
mind.
dead.
We all dead within a week.
Within a week, within a day.
Just war.
I give it a week. I give it less, maybe 3 days. We're dead. All right. So, anybody else? All right. So going back to the first question I asked you guys, right? What are some things that make someone trustworthy? And I just want one answer. Just one answer. And I'm gonna go around. What are some things that make someone trustworthy? So just one answer. Just I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna start this way.
I'm on the spot. I think the experiences that you built up with that person.
Okay, so experiences.
Trustworthy is not the same thing as like it's like honesty.
Yeah, it's like someone that you can rely on.
I think honesty then. Does that make sense? Or
Yep,
no?
definitely.
I think just overall time with that person, like builds that trust.
Yeah.
I love what Shannon said. Time. I would agree, but I think another thing for me. Like how they respect other people. Yeah, like how they respect.
Okay, so respect.
How.
Loyalty. Okay. Good job.
Wisdom?
It really depends on how you would trust them and don't know.
It's okay.
I forgot what I was
Sorry,
gonna say.
don't worry, my man.
Don't worry about
We'll
it.
come back to you, buddy. Brandon?
Rapport.
If I'm certain that they Loyalty. Okay. Those are really great things. Now, let me define what trust is, right? Assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. One in which confidence is placed. Dependence on something future or contingent. Hope. Property interest held by one person for the benefit of another. Those are the nouns, right? Now, the verbs are to rely on the truthfulness or accuracy of, to place confidence in, or to hope or expect confidently. Right? Those are some of the things you guys mentioned in there, right? I need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 volunteers, and I'm gonna go around. Just 5 people to read right now, okay? Can I get 5 hands? So Brandon, can you go to Mark 11:24? Mark 11:24. Shannon, can you go to Psalm 56, 3 and 4? Amanda, can you go to Psalm 13, verse 5? Who else? You want to read one? Okay. Can you go to Jeremiah? Psalm 13:5. Or did I give you 13:5? I'm sorry. So Jeremiah 29:11. And then you need one more?
29:11.
You want to do it? Okay, Johnny. Hebrews 13:8. And Brandon, when you're there, can you read Mark 11:24, please?
Everyone there already?
Except for me.
All right.
Thank you, Richard.
We're on to Mark 11:24. Okay, man. So in verse 24 it says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you have received it and it will be yours."
Okay. Now, Shannon, I called you for Psalm 56, 3-4, right?
Yes.
Can you read that?
Yes. It says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God whose word I praise, in God I trust and am not afraid. What can your mortals do?"
Boom. And then I picked on you for 13:5, right?
Yes.
Yep, Psalm 13:5. If you guys can't get there fast enough, just listen. It's okay. Don't worry. We're going somewhere with this.
Okay. Psalm 13, verse 5, it reads, "But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation."
Boom. And now Jeremiah 29:11, my man.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. And then Johnny, Hebrews 13:8, my man. Boom. Now, I don't know if you guys all caught that, all those verses, but those were characteristics of trust. And it was all God. From what I read, from what I heard, God is a man of his word. God is dependable. God is reliable and consistent. He's hope. And we should expect it confidently, right? What does it look like to trust God? Any hands? What does it look like to trust God?
Yeah, no worries.
You can depend on him.
I'm situated, sorry.
Surrender.
Actually, similar to what Michael said, I think it's you're actually vulnerable and you bring your issues to God. Like when you're vulnerable with people, you bring their issues to them. But when you're vulnerable and you trust God, you bring them to God.
Very true. That's awesome. Brandon.
About the same answer.
Oh,
I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
you're not scared to go to him for anything.
Okay. Anybody? I didn't miss anyone else. I'm sorry. I had my idea. There you go. I can't hear you. What did you say?
Obedience.
Obedience. Ooh, that's a good one right there. I think that's one of the biggest ones that we all need to remember, right?
Trying to kick us off. So hurry up.
Oh, what time is it? Oh,
7:47.
it closes at what time?
8.
8. So we got a little bit of time, right? I believe we got a little bit of time. Let's go to Isaiah 26. Yeah, Isaiah 26. Let's see what it looks like to trust God. You trust God, right? In verse 3 and 4, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord himself is the rock eternal. Right? Then we go back to Psalm 9 in verse 10. It reads, those who know your name trust in you. For you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. Jeremiah, we can read Jeremiah 17, 9 through 8. Any takers?
9 to 8 or 8 to 9?
8:17.
So Jeremiah 17, 9 to 8.
Yeah.
Or 8 to 9?
9 through 8. Chapter 17.
So chapter 17, verse 8, it says, they will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. The heart... Oh, wait. And 9? That's it. Okay. Just kidding.
Wow. That's what it looks like to trust God. Trusting God allows us to be very vulnerable, obedient, trusted, even. Because when you obey, you love God so much, you become a trustworthy person, right? You get all these things that comes along with loving and trusting God. But what does it say, or what are some things we shouldn't put our trust in? If you go to Psalm 44, verse 6, it reads, Psalm 44, 6. I put no trust in my bow. My sword does not bring me victory, but you give us victory over our enemies. You put our adversaries to shame. Wow. It's not the sword. It's not the bow. It's not our money that brings us victory. It's God. It's always God. For those of us that are here, visiting, I want you to understand something, that putting your hope in God, putting your trust in God will guide you to something greater, something bigger than yourself, but it'll allow you to see it'll expose things in your life that you probably necessarily you won't even like, right? But it's gonna make you better. And if you're studying the Bible, continue. Allow the Bible to actually cut you. Allow it to really pierce your heart. Allow it to change you.
Bro.
And that, my ladies and gentlemen, is Bible Talk. Okay.
Woo!
Any comments, questions, or concerns? Or bitterness?
Bro, this was so timely. Recently, I've been worrying about just like my past mistakes
Yeah.
in life, like recently, and just how I could have handled things differently, how it affects me today, and like a roller coaster of emotions. And I think I love what Tony said. It's like when you trust in God, you don't worry.
Yeah.
And I've been really fighting to pray and give it to God and not worry. And I've been doing that, but it's hard to be consistent. And so this was so timely, bro. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for sharing.
We should go on.
Good, thank you. Awesome. Oh, Amanda.
I was just gonna say, yeah, thank you so much, bro, for the discussion and all the questions. They were very helpful, just to like put into perspective. You know what I mean? Trust and all these ideas and everything too. Just make sure we're really putting our trust in God, because at the end of the day, who cares if it's whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just super grateful. So thank you.
Awesome. Well,
You are a very good preacher.
thank you. I appreciate that. I'm working on it. It's a lot of work. Well, you guys, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Obviously, the mall is about to get ready to close, so they're not gonna want us in here much longer. Yeah, sadly. This is like the earliest mall close ever. I don't know why it's early.
Earliest? What's the latest one?
This is early.
That's crazy.
I don't know, malls where I grew up at, they closed at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
This closed at 8. So
That's it. We're trying to get out.
midnight closing.
Wait, which one? Miami?
yeah.
Well,
But hey,
Miami.
I have to respect it. This is laws on the land.